So let's talk about navigating the triangle recycle codes. I mentioned in a previous video that not all plastics are necessarily bad. One of the best ways to make a quick judgment on consumer plastics is by finding that triangle code. It's called a resin identification code, or RIC. Most people think of these as recycle codes. Actually, it has nothing to do with its recyclability, although some cities and counties will use it for that. To the plastics industry, it simply identifies what the resin or the core ingredient of the plastic item is that bears that image. In fact, to try and dissociate it from the recycling industry, a couple of years ago, the plastics people revised it to look less like the well-known recycle symbol. It's now a solid triangle with no chasing arrows, but with the abbreviated name of the resin below it. There are only 7 codes in use in the US. Other countries may have more. I know Europe does, so you should get to know what the codes are in your country. Let's take a look at each of these codes because they'll really help you make healthy decisions about whether you want these things in contact with your body, your food, your water, or the air you breathe, especially in restricted spaces. So now remember, my evaluation of them is within the contours of biology and estrogenicity. When I say don't use, I'm not saying that type of plastic should never be used for anything. I'll post a summary page of the codes in the video notes in my bio for you to refer to. I'll also indicate recyclability of the various codes, but that only means it can be recycled, not that your local community is equipped and willing to recycle it. You have to check with them. So number 1, PETE or PET. This is polyethylene terephthalate. Common uses are water and beverage bottles, those heatable pre-prepared food containers like you get from the hot deli, hinged bakery containers, most of the clamshell supermarket containers, clear cups, food service lids. It's even in clothing fibers and carpet. We avoid phthalates, full stop. But it's recyclable, so maybe it can become something useful in the next life. So no on 1, shun 1. Number 2, HDPE. This is high-density polyethylene. Common uses are water bottles, toys, bottles for laundry detergent, shampoo, things like that, because it's strong. Household cleaning products. As a film, cereal box liners and grocery bags, and outdoor piping systems. Less likely to leach because of a more dense polymer structure, but still leaches chemicals a little, so not bad, not so bad. Okay to use if you have to, and it's recyclable. 2 you can do. Number 3, PVC. This is polyvinyl chloride. Common uses shrink wraps, indoor plumbing, shower curtains, juice bottles, cooking oil, synthetic leather. So the stuff that weeps off synthetic leather, yeah. Blood bags and medical tubing, yikes. Phthalates are often added to PVC, so it can leach out, and when it's heated, it can off-gas nasty hydrochloric acid, which is a lung and mucous membrane irritant. And it's one of only 2 codes that are not recyclable. So I'd say 3 is not for me. Number 4, LDPE, low-density polyethylene. Most cling wraps you'd use in the kitchen now use this rather than PVC, and it's better. It's used for plastic bags like dry cleaning bags, produce bags, bread bags, squeezable bottles like mustard and mayo, some indoor plumbing, and most bubble wrap. This one doesn't handle heat well. It melts at about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I would think that and its low density explain why it can still leach chemicals, but it's better than most of the others. And this is the second code that is not recyclable. I'd give it just an okay status. Use when you can't find a better alternative. 4, you can explore. Number 5, PP. This is polypropylene. If you have to use a plastic, this is the one to use. It's in all kinds of toy, furniture, car parts, carpets, rugs, upholstery. They even make tableware and reusable kitchen containers. It's lightweight, flexible, fairly strong, heat resistance up to about 320 degrees. Doesn't leach chemicals unless phthalate is added, but it generally isn't. So number 5 is a qualified go. I understand people need affordable steps, and this is one of those. I'd still work towards only exposing your food and drink to inert surfaces like glass, stainless steel, ceramic, and so on, but using plastic number 5 can help you get there. When shopping for this, you have to search for polypropylene tableware or polypropylene serveware online and look for the 5 code or the word polypropylene in the packaging or the product itself. Code 5 is recyclable. So in plastics, strive for 5. Number 6, PS. This is polystyrene. You'll recognize it as styrofoam. Foam plates, cups, coolers, packing material, egg cartons, those disposable takeaway containers. Now, from an estrogenic viewpoint, it's pretty much a non-issue. It doesn't have those problems. But polystyrene can leach styrene, a known toxin, when it's warmed up, and it's usually used for hot foods because of its insulating ability. But I'd stay away from this one. Believe it or not, it's recyclable. Nix 6. Number 7, other. This is where everything goes that doesn't fit under any other code. Things that are made of BPA go here. So it's a flat reject. Common uses, bottles, water bottles, and sadly baby milk bottles. Even if it says BPA free, the substitutes are likely as bad or worse. So recycle it into an outside doormat or something. With 7, you won't thrive. Nothing past 5. I know, the rhymes are getting bad. Good thing we're done. Although it doesn't fall under a code because it's not a plastic resin, let me say something about silicone. I guess I wasn't very clear about this because people are asking yes or no on silicone. Silicone's a great option and safe to warm, cool, or store food in. No chemical leaching, except possibly when you cook with it at temperatures above 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So I wouldn't cook with it. I don't. But there are good, durable products out there. I recommend either FDA food grade or, if possible, see that it contains 100% of what they call platinum silicone. There's no platinum in it. It's just cured with platinum as a catalyst, and that form has no byproduct impurities. So there are plastic codes for your edification and protection. If the estrogenics of plastics don't make you worry enough, remember between 4 and 12 million tons of plastic waste ends up in the oceans every year. 1 to 2 million tons of that come from rivers. So we're all guilty. Plastics are a litter nightmare. They take 500 to 1,000 years to degrade. There's nothing in them bacteria-like, and that's what usually degrades things in nature. Scientists call them semi-permanent substances. So recyclability is one thing, but degradability, when it eventually is thrown away, is quite another. Just food for thought. Remember, consumer goods companies will make what you buy in greater variety and greater numbers. So let's buy smart.